Hey yo, music world. My name is Adi Dash, and you're listening to Just Earworms. With me is my fellow Wingstop squad buddy and Mana Vista alum Manish Malampati.
Yes, Wingstop all the way.
Wingstop. And we don't have Mala with us today. He is currently in his music class because Madhav's an avid musician and a great singer. So Madhav will not be joining us today. But yeah, I think me and Manish make a great duo on the basketball court, in life,
And off the
and
basketball court.
oh, you know. I think our chemistry is very well known. Um, whenever people talk about the greatest duos of all time, it's Romeo and Juliet, MJ and Pippin, and then Manish and Adi. That bond is gonna be strong. Okay, so let's get this started. We decided to start this program as a way to connect our love for music with something that we could share with our audience. And on today's podcast, we're gonna talk about Pusha T's fourth studio album, Daytona. Pusha T and his brother Malice, they split. Like the Clips broke up. I think in the late 2000s, and Malice decided that he wanted to pursue other stuff in his life, and he wanted to give up this whole like rapping, this drug dealing like lifestyle. But Pusha T stuck with it, and then he signed with Ye, and he came under Ye's wing, and he put out four albums with Ye, and this fourth one that he put out is a lot of people consider it to be his best body of work, Daytona, and like I personally love the album. I feel like it's short, sweet, and it has like every single song is like something that I can go back and listen to. And the fact that Ye produced every single one of the songs on the album is just like a perfect way of is like a is pretty much perfect because you're getting Ye and Pusha on each and every song. So yeah, so I think it's only right to get it started. So Daytona. Also, Daytona was released in 2018. There's a 5 week span where it was a Wyoming Kanye where he released. I think Daytona was his first release. Then he released Yay, Kitsy Goes, the Nasir album with Nas, and Tiana Taylor's KTSE. So the 5 straight weeks, and he put out five straight 7 song albums, with most of it being his production. So I think he kicked it off with Pusha T, and this album made a lot of waves for the music as well as all the disses and the stuff that came after it. Uh, so let's jump into the first song. If you know, you know. I feel like this is a song that's very underappreciated. It's just the beat's just amazing,
Mhm.
and like don't you feel like this is a song that you want like when you're driving, like this song comes up, it's like you feel
You
like
put
you
the top
automatic
down.
yeah, exactly. You have the top. You automatically feel like, damn, like this is like a perfect song for you, for someone while they're driving, and Pusha. And the thing about Pusha is all he does is rap about like drugs, like that. Pusha's just gonna rap about drugs. So isn't it surprised when he comes in, he just starts rapping about drugs, and then he makes it. I think he makes it very clear in the first song as well. Like, if you, if you don't mess with drugs, then you're probably not gonna understand half the things he talks about. So it's like his message was very clear. Um, so what were your first impressions, Manish? Like, did something stick out to you?
I think like first impressions, like I went into the album already knowing that like Kanye produced the entire thing. So like that was already like a very good impression. And then after that, like listening to this song, um, like you get like just I think this song and like honestly the rest of the album, like this song really sets the tone that like this is like pure hip
Yeah,
hop,
right.
like and like just having Kanye with like, and he's like really known for how good he is with like making different sounds and branching hip hop into like making it something more, and
Yeah,
having that plus Pusha's like real bars, it was like a really good start and like a really good summary of like what you're gonna get for the next six songs.
yeah. And like even when the beat drops on the song, like you can just see it's like it's a lot of it is Pusha rapping. Like I feel like I mean I don't mean it like quite like literally, but when Pusha raps, it's almost like Jay-Z, like the way they have your attention. Like not to say that Pusha is as good as Jay-Z, but when they rap, like you have to listen to every single word they're talking about
Hmm.
because you need to like really catch what they're saying. Like I feel like he really gets your attention. And on top of that, that beat in the background where like it just keeps on like I don't know what Kanye does, but Kanye does something really amazing with the beat. Like it like gets you instantly, and I feel like that's what Kanye is special about. So yeah, and then like when I remember I first listened to this album when Uriel told me like when Uriel first was talking about the Drake and Pusha T beef, and I had heard Drake's side of the story, and I was like, well, I think Drake's diss was better. I thought Duppy Style was better, but the Duppy Freestyle. And then I listened to Daytona, and I'm like, well, I think the in terms of like body of work, just what Pusha T put out with Daytona convinced me that I think the story of Adidon and everything behind it was much better than the Drake diss. But we're not gonna talk about the whole like the Drake Pusha T thing because everyone has their own opinion. And like, don't you feel like the album artwork? It's like it feels it's messy, but it also feels rugged, and that's what the first song really felt like. Like that's like the emotion it made sure like, I don't understand what the artwork is, but it makes you feel some type of way.
Yeah, I agree. I get like there's a sync, but like, what is all like the other stuff like there for? That's like I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like you see like the pinkish purple stuff.
Right. Well, like, what is this
Like
about side?
what is that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
But
I have, like
it's like that feeling of like intrigue, I guess. That like another aspect of how you get like reeled in.
yeah. I think, also there's this, like I'm pretty sure there's a story like, I think it's Whitney Houston's bathroom, and I think,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's, like, drugs on the bathroom,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what it is, so it's probably something to do with that. I don't think Whitney Houston was probably too happy about it. People are just exposing her straight up. But yeah, I don't understand. Like it's very like it looks beat down and it looks like very faded and everything. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. So I think yeah, we should listen to like that beat switch on if you know, you know, because that was, and also the bars are real. Like yeah, there's some really good bars here in
I
this
mean,
track.
yeah,
So
that's like expected from Pusha.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So here's if you know, you know.
Miss boy, your numbers don't add up on the blue. That was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours. A fraternity of drug dealers ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child rebel soldier, you ain't often enough. A rapper turned trapper can morph into us. What a trapper turned rapper can morph into puff.
Like that, like the bars are really good, and you can already see like Kanye knows what Pusha like what suits Pusha really well. I mean, Pusha T is a precedent of good music, so I think they have like a really close connection. So like you could really see like whatever Kanye does, it like he puts the spotlight on Pusha T, even though that beat's like just fire. Like
Hmm.
you know what's expected. And then we go to the games we play, the second song, and I like this song more than I like the first song. Like in terms of like
Yeah.
just just how that beats just something different. Like don't you
Hmm.
think so? Like I feel like the beat's different.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead, go ahead. What do you think
I
about
feel like the beat for that one, it's like relatively simple compared to the first one, but it's more like addictive. And like it's like more catered to like Pusha's like flow, which is why like I like that song better.
Yeah, and then I feel like you said it's like it's very simple, but it's also like really catchy, and at the same time, like Pusha knows how to flow. Like he can rap, like he can. So like when he does what he does in this whole album, like you feel almost sorry about that. You feel almost uh like it's like a very like it captivates you. Like like oh damn, this is like a really good. This is about to be a really good song. So I felt like that's what I really got out of the games we play. It's probably like something that really stood out to me. Um, so here's some of games we play.
In your grave, this is my purple tape. Save it for rainy days. Baby mama wishes, along with the sun. They try to coexist, end up wishing you died. Stood on every couch in the A at the block party. No jewelry on, but you richer than everybody. You laugh a little louder. The DJ say your name a little prouder. And we don't need a globe to show you the world is ours. We can bet 100,000 with my safe hold. My numbers looking like a bank code. These are the games we play. We are the names they say. This is the drug money your ex claims we made.
Like I feel like that's right there what Pusha like he shines when that happens. Like it's just him rapping on some like
Mm-hmm.
really good beats laid out by Kanye. Like that's like and even some of the bars were like just amazing. Like that I think that was that one line. Let me. I'm pretty sure. What was that? There was that one line that was like, wow, like that's a really good line. Hmm. Yeah, but there was this one line that was really good. Like I did like really suck with it. Yeah, I couldn't find it, but like there's that like it just he knows how to flow, and he knows that he's good, and he knows that he understands that what he's saying has weight because he has like been through all of that. So I feel like that's what really stands out about like that whole second track. Is there any verse that you felt like just like stuck with you, or anything that he said that stuck with you throughout that song?
uh, I think like in terms of like the song and like listening to it, I think the third verse was like the one that stuck with me because of just how like like when you're listening to it, just like how it's like I don't know how to explain it really. It just like stuck with.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
It's just like
I
one
feel
of
you.
those
Yeah,
things. It's just one of those things.
yeah. Like even if like sometimes you don't completely understand everything that he's trying to say. Like I remember there's this bar, where I mean I don't know what it means like when he says get the table next to mine, make her bottle servers race. Like I don't know what that means, but the way he says it, and the way he flows throughout the whole thing, it just makes you want to listen to it more and more.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like one like very special thing about just Pusha in general. And now we move on to Hard Piano featuring Rick Ross, and it wasn't, in my opinion, wasn't the best Ross verse. Like it wasn't like
Hmm.
him. He wasn't like that good, but like okay. Before we move on, I feel like 7 for 7 in terms of Kanye production. Like Kanye produced everything perfectly, and I felt like Pusha did his part throughout Hard Piano. It wasn't something that it wasn't the most like I didn't like the song the most, but like in terms of the 7 songs on the album, this would probably be the seventh one in my opinion. But it's still good, so that like goes to show how even though it's that good, it's probably the seventh song. What do you think about that? Do you think the song? Do you think this song? Do you think I'm underrating this song, or what are your opinions on that?
I think you're like slightly underrating this song because like I like kind of agree that like this wasn't Rick Ross's best verse, but I do think that like the song itself is really really good. Like because going into this song, I was expecting like I saw Rick Ross and at the very beginning, like you get the like piano and then you realize it's like a more like I guess laid back kind of beat, and I thought
Right.
it would be like some Devil in a New Dress type thing.
Yeah.
And like when I first heard Devil in a New Dress, that like before that song, the only like basically the only like memorable verse of Rick Ross, and this was like back when like I wasn't super into music. So like the only memorable verse I'd heard from Rick Ross was in Purple Lamborghini.
Oh yeah.
And so just like coming from Purple Lamborghini where it's just like complete like headbanger and then listening to Devil in a New Dress and it's like Rick Ross actually like rapping. I think I was expecting that where it was like actually good, but I think Devil in a New Dress is kind of a bad comparison because that was like a really good song.
Yeah.
So I guess
Do
I was
you?
yeah
Yeah, go.
yeah I guess
Uh,
I was just like
yeah.
disappointed, but not really disappointed.
Would you? Do you think this is like not? Would you like in terms of just the album in general? Do you think this is? Is there any song that you liked less than maybe this one?
Uh, honestly, okay, well, yeah, I liked Santeria more. I like the games we play more. Actually, I'd say I like the games we play barely less. Barely less.
Then hard piano.
Yeah. And like,
Mhm.
and by extension, if you know, you know. Like, barely less.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause
I feel
like,
you.
I just really like the beat on Hard Piano.
Yeah. No. The beat on hard piano is like undoubted. Like the instrumental for hard piano is just like something I
Yeah,
really like. Yeah. I feel like.
exactly.
Yeah. Alright, and I think it's only right to listen to hard piano by Rick Ross. We're featuring Rick Ross.
To invest, cause you rappers found everywhere to ruin for text. It's a nightmare, yeah. I'm too rare amongst all of this pink hair. Still do the furthest stand on the brick. Tap tap from the phone, hear it click. On dazzle in the bezel. Your bust down is bust down and don't match the metal. Lower level where you settle at. I'm the pot calling the kettle black. Where there's no brake pedals at. Between God and where the devil's at. Had the devil Dutch and double back. Then hopscotch to where the trouble's at. Exactly what the game's been missing. This fire burns hot as your kitchen. Push.
I feel like that's like you said, like just the production on that track just reigns like supreme. Like that this is like why even though a lot of people think Ye can't like rap anymore, just like him, just the way he like just can produce in itself is just another reason why he's like one of the best of all time. Like that's just
Yeah.
yeah. That I feel that's one of the best things. And then I feel, and then another thing, like just like like Pusha, like I think one of the bars is because he rappers on every way to ruin protects. Like he when you listen to the song, it sounds like he's saying protects, which is like the like every
Mhm.
now a lot of times a lot of rappers talk about the watches they wear, and a lot of times it mentions protects. So you could it makes sense why he would say that. But then for Apple Music lyrics, they said protects, not protects, and there's that double meaning that some rappers like Eminem does it really well. Like I remember I was listening to Kill Shot like this morning,
Mhm.
and there's that double meaning where he says he talked about spraying lead, and that's the only time he holds still. And like spraying lead could either mean like spraying bullets like lead, or like spraying lead from a pencil. You think like you're like a great writer. So like there's like two like some rappers can like do that where they have like these like double meanings. I think Pusha is really one of them, and that just goes to show like how he's like very underrated. Like I feel like sometimes he's very underappreciated in terms of just like regular hip hop fans, just because his songs are not something that radio stations would like to play. Like he doesn't produce like radio music, but you know that he can like produce he can make good songs. And
Mhm.
there's also that and I really love the line I'm too rare amongst all of this pink hair. Completely agree with it. Rap any like all the mumble rappers have pink hair. I don't like that. I mean I nothing wrong with pink hair. I just don't like the mumble rappers. So yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then now we go from hard piano to come back baby. And okay, is this me or the production? This is the best production. Like this is just I loved comeback
Dude,
baby.
yeah, that the like
The
singing
sample.
part,
Oh
yeah,
god, the
that
sample is
sample
amazing.
is hella good. That sample's
Yeah.
hella good.
Like there's something about that sample. It just hits like every time. Like
Yeah,
I like whatever he did, whatever Kanye did, whatever sample that actually is, like that sample is insane. Like I feel like the only reason why I feel like I'm always like I love all the other songs and then Comeback Baby and Hard Piano are the only two songs that and I don't love but I like. But the only reason why Comeback Baby is like above Hard Piano for me is just because that sample in the back is
yeah.
just like insane. So yeah. So here's Comeback Baby.
Be thankful. They say don't let money change you. That's how we know money ain't you. I've been here. It's been bad. We buy big boats. I'm Sinbad. Downright sinful. Tweet binful. All my boys. We like kinfolk. Be more burst boom. DC glass pipe. VA sit bells. Pop that trap life. Go through thousands. We made millions. Coat soldiers. Once civilians. Bought hoes Hondas. Took care children. Lit my pastor. Built out buildings. Rapped on classics. I've been brilliant. Now we blend in. We chameleons. Never have I been locked up in a world. I need you, darling, to set me free. Come back, baby. Try me one more time. Oh, baby, I'm about to go out of my mind. I can't.
That sample, just like that chorus that we just heard, it's from George Jackson's song "I Can't Do Without You," and so yeah, I feel like just like the sample in itself, and like the way Kanye finds these like old like very like cinematic songs and then makes them part of his like instrumental and just his production is what makes him so good. Like he's not afraid to explore, and that's like just seen here. And then also
Mhm.
like again the bars like we buy big boats, the B word, I'm Sinbad. Like like Kanye knows what he's talking about. So just even the bars are so like and the flow as well is like so deep. Like you know what he's trying like the message he's trying to put across is like so clear because when Pusha T raps like you have to focus on what Pusha T is saying. So,
Mhm.
yeah. And
Definitely.
I think this is the next song's probably my favorite song on the album just because Santeria is just it's just too heavenly. I just love the background and just the Spanish stuff. Like it makes a lot of sense why he has the Spanish stuff. And you know me, I love Spanish. So Santeria is probably my favorite song on the album. What do you think about it, Manish?
I think it's like you said, it's like really good. I mean, I don't like Spanish as much as you do, so it's like it took a hit there, but like I still think it sounds really good. Like when Push is on it. Luckily, the
Yeah,
Spanish isn't like super prevalent, so like I can still like
right.
listen to it.
Right. And then like the thing about center like that whatever is that the lute in the background or whatever he ends up playing in the background that boom 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 like that stuff just ain't like that's like the reason why like that's the reason why right now I still like tolerate whatever Kanye does or whatever like whenever people say are you a Kanye fan like yeah because dude that's like just insane like whatever he has it's catchy it's amazing so yeah, that's
Mhm.
why I really like I F with Santeria. Like that's a great song. That's definitely a good song. So yeah, Santeria is fire. And I don't know what payola means, but now that's one of my favorite words. Um, let's talk this payola like that. That's just something really catchy. So yeah, I feel like that's something I I really F with as well. So here's Santeria.
Streets, bring my offering. I will not preach. Awaken my demons. You can hear that man screaming. I'm no different than dumb freaks. Freaks. Santeria, Santeria, Santeria. Presidential sent on the ship that I am privileged. I just place orders and drop dollars. Rock Wallace roam the grounds, the Glock hollers. The three of y'all too accessible. Feel on the wrong move, watching the untouchables. We don't do vegetables. Get flatline. Welcome all beef, then we hit them with flat irons. Your plans are backfire. Fake up double crossing the priest. Hail Mary, repeat after me.
And like even the bars on that whole track was just straight fire. Like I think there was that one bar right before we ended listening. It was like we don't do like he talks about like just we don't do vegetables, um get flatlined, welcome all beef, then we heat them with flat irons, like a flat iron steak. So like some of the bars like just Pusha just has is amazing. And according to Genius, the song is dedicated to his manager or his late manager who got murdered. And Santeria means the way of the saints. And Pusha considered the manager to be like his like church or like someone that he looked up to. So just having that as a title is just important. And this is straight off of Genius, by the way. I could not have figured that out. I'm not that good at Spanish now. Yeah. So and I think the Spanish is some artist called 070 Shake. It's the sample off of that, and I think we should listen to the Spanish just so. Shout out Miss Altron. I understood what
Oh
this meant
my
because of her.
god.
So here is the
Why would you say that?
Spanish. I hear
Dude, I'm already struggling here.
it. Like, come on, that's like heat though. That's why I shouted out Miss
Sure.
Altron. I understood that. uh, so yeah, that's I
Whatever
think
you
that
say.
I think that track sticks out. That track definitely sticks out for me. And then I think 6 and 7 were the track 6 and 7 in this album were probably the most looked forward to tracks. Like everyone like was looking forward to them. 6, What Would Meek Do features Kanye West, and I feel like Kanye has a lot of bars. Like I like this was one of probably Kanye's best verses of 2018, 2019. Like this that with that over that actually even 2020 because he put a Jesus is King. So yeah, from 2018, 2019, 2020, I think this is one of Kanye's best verses in terms of like what he like the subject matter that he rapped about and his flow and everything. So I really thought What Would Make Do is a really good song. Manish, is there something that you really liked about it, and who do you think did better, Pusha or Kanye?
This was, I think, my favorite song on the album, just because I feel like the bars here are like really hard hitting, and like the whole thing with the angel on my shoulder, devil on the other, what would me do? And then like Kanye saying, "What would Tupac do?" I think when Kanye said,
Yeah,
"What would Tupac do?" and like the beat just like turned off, and it was like, damn. And then you just keep
yeah,
listening, and like you're even more like engaged. And I think this song Kanye produced it to like really make the bars shine. And
yep,
yeah, I think like you said, this is like again like Kanye like he had like really good bars, and it was probably one of his best verses of that year. Like with the MAGA hats line, that was a really good line.
oh yeah, that was
Yeah. So yeah,
yep,
this is probably my favorite one. And like obviously, yeah, like I said, production's always in this album.
definitely yeah, and uh, I think we should listen to both their verses. Like if you like Pusha and Kanye had really good verses. So here's Pusha.
Pressing the trunk that dope dealers want. Fans taking pictures like it's GQ. This Aviani collarbone is see-through. Angel on my shoulder, what should we do? We do. Devil on the other, what would we do? Papa Willie tell the judge the Acanelli. Middle fingers out the ghost, screaming Machiavelli. Hail Mary, the scale fairy. Two sides to every coin, so we bail ready. How do you respond?
And then I think this was also a song where he had like that whole in the beginning, I think Kanye said, "How do you respond?" And Pusha says, "I'm top five," and all of them dial on, and a lot of people took it the wrong way because a lot of people like Pusha T is not top five, Pusha T is not top five, but like I'm dial on. I think it's one of the sitcoms in the '90s had like this thing where like they said I think they basically asked like something to do with top five, and the person said dial on, dial on, dial on, dial on, dial on, like that's the top five. That was his top five. So that's why he said I'm top five and all of them are dial on. So that's what I think he was just trolling and then people took it out of context. But I really like that what would make those like is just like I think just like Pusha's verse is fire, but then I agree with you. Like I think Kanye just one ups him, and here's Kanye.
Everything they say cause a new debate. You see, keeping out of touch, he cannot relate. It's all way too long, too bad. Gotta serve and get his kid, get two dads. I be thinking, what would Tupac do? You be thinking, what new kids on the block do? If you ain't trying while black, do they stop you? Your mother has let me slide like a drive through. That phone call from Ricky still hazy. When heaven got an angel named Avery. Gotta watch, call it crazy. Easy, the newest $1 billion baby.
Respect. The newest $1 billion baby. That was respect. So I think yeah, I think both of them had like both of them did their thing, and I think this is one of the tracks that I like really went back to and listened to. And the good thing about Daytona, I think, is like it's 7 tracks, and like when I'm playing basketball and I listen to them, like I could probably listen to this album like 3 times while playing basketball, and I would not mind it. Like I'm fine with this album playing over and over again. And I think now it's only right to come to the last song and probably the one that caused the biggest waves, Infrared, and I think a lot of people really love this like track. And he dissed, I think, Lil Wayne. He dissed Drake also, and I think this was one of those like standout tracks just because of like it's not because it was like fire. Like I don't think you would say this track was fire necessarily, but just the people that it dissed was just insane. So like this came out in 2018, Manish. So like when you heard Infrared, what do you think about the whole like the Drake beef and then like the whole response and everything?
I think like when the song came out and I listened to it, I found out like they were Drake disses. I was like, why? At first, I was like, this is so random. Like it came out of nowhere, and then I was honestly
Yeah.
happy because then we got Duppy Freestyle, and then we got the
Yep.
story of Adidon, which were like really
Yeah.
good songs. So like, sure they're beefing, but like we're profiting with good music, which is kind of selfish, I guess. But like, bruh, I don't care.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was completely fine with it. Like, I felt like the best part probably of this whole like just the best part probably was like how like after Infrared came out, like and after Duppy Freestyle, just getting the story of Adidon over the story of OJB, like that was just like I like if you ask me, I think Pusha T won. Like I
Yeah.
understand some of the bars were kind of questionable, like questionable as in they like the bar that targeted 40 was not the best thing to put out, but I think Pusha T won regardless. So yeah, so I think this is something that I really bought to. Let's just put it
Yeah,
that way.
100. I really believe Pusha T won because like
Yeah.
when I first like heard the bars about like Drake having a baby with a porn star, I was like,
Yeah.
bruh, you can't be serious. And then like just the fact that those bars were true,
Yeah,
because
exactly. Yep.
like he had to come out and like the mother came out and like spoke and like there was like
Yeah.
a whole news thing. Just like Pusha won, like he created
Yeah.
all of that.
Exactly. And then like the best part also was like Drake put out pictures of his son after the whole thing happened. Like I understand like even in Scorpion like Drake talked about why he didn't want to expose his son, but like once that all happened like his son came under the spotlight. Like I understand that's hard for her dad, but then putting out I'm upset, like I'm sorry, I'm upset was a horrible track. Like I did not like it. Like that was just like weak. Yeah, but yeah, I think just overall, like just Pusha one. Like I understand why Drake wouldn't want to share like this whole like thing because I mean, I don't think it's more. Yes, it is. Like a lot of people think it might damage his like reputation, but at the end of the day, it's just it. Whatever happened, happened. Like, you can't like control that. But the fact that it made like Drake man up and like all the things that Pusha said on the story of Adidon, it's like so true to like a point. Like damn, like this is like a like this is really deep. Like this is deeper than what like really happened. So yeah. So
Mhm.
here's infrared.
How much she did it. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin. At the mercy of a game with the code just missing. When the CEO's blinded by the glow is different. Believe in myself in the codes and kindreds. Let the sock puppets play in they roles and image. Remember Will Smith won the first Grammy, and they ain't even recognize Hope until Annie. So I don't tap dance with the crowd and sing Mammy, cause I'm cold to juggle these flows and blows candy. Yeah, Ferrari before me, the candles out. Tom Brady, I had to scramble it.
Tom Brady never scrambled. That was a very questionable bar right there. But I think Pusha has one of those like one of the best ad libs when he does a yuck thingy like that. A yuck is like hands down one of like the illest ad libs ever. I'm so sorry I said that, but
Yeah.
it's like that ad lib's insane. That really sticks
Ugh.
out with you. Yuck, like yuck, like that was insane. So yeah, I think after infrared, I think it's only right that we play a little bit of Duppy freestyle to see what Drake came up with. And don't get me wrong, like if it was just between infrared and Duppy freestyle, Drake probably won, like in terms of the
Mhm.
response. But the story of Adidon came out, and that was like on a whole another level. So that's where I think
Yeah.
Pusha like edged out. But here's Duppy freestyle. Okay, I have to find the Duppy freestyle. Apparently, oh no, it should be here already. Play it, my friend.
So if you rebuke me for working with someone else on a couple of V's, what do you really think it again that's making your beats? I've done things for him I thought that he never would need. Father had to stretch his hands out and get it from me. I pop style for 30 hours, then let him repeat. Now you popping up with the jokes, I'm dead, I'm asleep. I just left from over by y'all putting pen to the sheets. Tired of sitting quiet and helping my enemies eat. Keep getting temperature checks, they know that my head overheats. Don't know why the f you niggas listen to Denim and Steve. Must have had your infrared wrong, now your head in a beam. Y'all
Like that's prime Drake. Like diplomatic immunity Drake is just fire. So
That song was
I
hella good.
that song's good. Like it's a good song, and the fact that both of them were able to put out such good songs just goes to show that like damn, yeah. So and then I think we should I have
Well
story
said,
of
Audie.
thank you. You know me. I'm a what is a good speaker called? What's the name for a speaker? Aren't they called
Speaker.
something? No, no, no. It starts with an E. It starts with an E. I forgot what it's called. No, something. I know it's something though. 100%.
No, you
And
call someone an eloquent speaker,
yes, that's it. That's the word. That's the word I'm
but
trying to look
it's
for.
still a speaker.
Okay, that's true. That's
Eloquent's
true.
an adjective, man.
Okay, okay. I was trying to describe myself, so you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You already know what
I
I
do
mean.
know what you mean.
Thank you. And here's the story of Adidon.
watch the body drop. Drug dealing aside, goes right on the side. Let's have a heart to heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The end's kind of different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why. Your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home run, I'm on one. Finish gram, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one. You mention wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing. Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place. Monkey soup, finish your career.
Like that's insane. That like I think that's the reason why Pusha T won. Like he exposed Drake pretty much.
Mhm.
And then the next bar was a Steve Harvey bar, so that was also full respect to. Pusha T. And yeah, I
According
think
to Stream On, Steve Harvey's on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Yes, Steve Harvey's part of Jeopardy, not Family Feud. We still have to get. Apparently, Shimon yesterday listened to a bunch of Telugu songs in the car. We still have to get Shimon on for our Telugu song podcast. I think
Yes,
that's the next
100%.
move. 100%. It's gonna happen. And yeah, that's the end of Daytona. And we're looking forward to the next Pusha T album. I'm pretty sure he's coming out one this with the new album this year. It was rumored that he would put out an album in December of last year, and I was very hyped about it, but it didn't come out, and we're still waiting for it this year. He did put out two singles, I think Sociopath and Coming Home. And Coming
Yeah.
Home was a great single. Uh Manisha have heard Coming Home, right?
Yeah, I've heard both of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, Coming Home I think was a better one, and I really like enjoyed it, and like just because of how Coming Home sounds, I'm like really excited for his new album. Yeah. So any last words, Manish, you want to say about what you're looking forward to? Anything about Daytona?
Uh, like I said, Daytona, fire, Kanye production. Like, you really can't go wrong. And if, like, his next album is, like, anything close to this, it's just, like, I'll be fully happy. I'll
Yeah,
be completely satisfied.
exactly. Like I feel the same way too. Like if it's even if it's like 7 songs again, and it's this, like I'm completely fine with
Dude, if it's one song, I don't care.
it.
If he
Well
puts out a
put, well
single
put.
and says it's his album, I don't care.
Yeah, if
If,
it's this
as,
good, I'm fine with it.
yeah.
Yo. So yeah, I think that's the end of our podcast for today. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you guys want any other new stuff. And then we have some podcasts coming out. I think after Pusha T, we're probably gonna have a views podcast, and we have a special guest for that one. So keep a lookout for that. And then we're thinking about doing this like new type of podcast called the underrated artist podcast, and we'll keep the artist a surprise. But hopefully you guys like that new concept that we're gonna put out. And yeah, and I want to thank Manish for coming along. Hopefully we have Madhav on our next podcast. Oh, never mind. We'll definitely have Madhav for our next podcast. Uh, and until next time on Just Earworms.
No. No.
Okay, until next time on Just Earworms.